Hey guys, Buffin Gaming back today, bringing another video for our weapon blueprint series, and today we're going to be covering the surgical blueprint for the Heckler 26, as well as the JW GROM Milsim pack in general, which is available here in store for Season 4 of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Now, stay tuned in the video here, I'll be announcing details. We have an ongoing giveaway here, since we did reach 20,000 subscribers, and it is Season 4, the beginning of Season 4, I'll be doing a $35 or $30 gift card giveaway for your console of choice. I'll be doing a couple of those, so stay tuned later in the video for those details, as well as check out the description down below. But again, you can see on screen here the JW GROM Milsim pack. This comes in store for the beginning of Season 4 here for 1,200 COD points is what it's priced at. And again, you get the JW GROM Milsim operator for the coalition forces as part of this bundle. And this is a really accurate depiction of some of the outfits that the GROM Special Forces utilize in real life, as well as you can see, we'll get into this a little bit more, but again, he has a gas mask, really very accurate depiction of some of the real life operator gear that the GROM military forces utilize, as well as the G36KA4 weapon blueprint here for the Heckler 26 is called in game. So again, they do utilize various versions of the G36, mainly being phased out and replaced by the H&K 416s, but since we don't have a 416 in game, we have the G36KA4 that we'll utilize here, as well as some emblems and some calling cards that are available here in store with this pack for 1,200 COD points. So we'll go ahead and back out now, and you can see the final version of the blueprint here. This is the surgical blueprint for the G36KA4, or turning the Heckler 26 into that. I'll be adding a couple different attachments to this actually as well, but let's go ahead and back out. First off, we'll start out with the operator itself. So I go to my operators, and we have the Milsim operator here selected for the coalition forces, and this is going to be our JW GROM Milsim force. So I'm going to butcher the translation here. JW meaning Janoska Wojskowa. I'm definitely not saying that correctly, but again, basically the translation there in English is military unit GROM, and this is basically the Polish equivalent to the Delta Force SEAL Team 6 or the British SAS. So you can see here we have our, if I go ahead and zoom in, and we'll select them. So here we have our Milsim operator for the Polish GROM forces. So this is a really nice one. I think we listed this in our wishlist video that we did way back for Season 2, as well as here for the beginning before Season 4, and we actually got it this time. So this is really good to see. I love this Milsim operator. He's got the, you can see he has the, what looks like the AR 500 tactical vest with the plate carrier, as well as he's got his radio there. All the magazines are listed there. He's got the pouch with his headset, the contacts he's wearing. He's got the helmet. He's got the nods on top. And you can see the addition we went over this. I'll link the Milsim video down below where we went over all the Milsim operators for Season 4, as well as I'll link the G36 all builds down below, because we go through all the G36 builds at least at the end of Season 3, and this is obviously going to be one of those additions. But for the operator, just the detail for this, we have the nods there on top of the night vision goggles. And you can see the cord there that's going to the right-hand side of the helmet. We have the G25 tape there holding that cord and tape. And you can see that cord running all the way to the back there. So the back of the helmet there, we have the battery pack where that's plugged into. Now you can see there's a dual batteries there. If the first battery runs out, simply unplug that cord and switch it to the other side. So it'll be on the left-hand side of the battery. You have two ports there. So you plug that back in and you'd be all set to go there. That's how those nods are typically powered here. And we don't have quad nods. We have just dual nods. And then he's got the gas mask. Again, he's got the contacts on there. Really nice looking tactical vest and plate carrier. Sidearm, again, really nice. He's got the gas mask. So this is just a really great operator blueprint. It's good to see. You had the Polish, the GROM symbols here, which we see the emblems with the bundle itself. It's really nice to see this operator added to the coalition forces for the Milsim. Now, if I go ahead and back out, we'll go to our weapons. Now, one thing I did by accident here, I'll actually replace this as the fragrance so we can see what this looks like now with the actual blueprint attached to the operator. So there's the operator with the blueprint. That looks really nice. Goes very nicely with the camouflage of the plate carrier, and what he's wearing itself goes just right with the weapon itself there. So really nice to see this. Now if we back out and go to the weapon itself, so again we'll start, I have it listed here as a G36 low, I just didn't rename that class, but essentially, we'll compare this to the other builds I have of the weapon. The surgical blueprint turning the Heckler 26 into the G36KA4. So you can see the different blueprints we have here. I'll link that video down below for all the builds you can do for the Heckler 26. And here we have our surgical blueprint along with some of our other custom ones that I have here down below. So you can see some of these here as well. But we'll go ahead, again, we'll start with the surgical blueprint here at base. So here's the surgical blueprint. What I'll do is strip this down. We'll build it up from scratch, and you can build this with any version of the Heckler 26, and then we'll compare it to the differences. Jump in game, check out the recoil pattern, and see how it handles in game against bots. So the muzzle to start, we're going to leave blank. The barrel itself, we want the XRK Ultralight. This is going to assist with the ADS speed, as well as the cons here being the bullet velocity. So we'll go ahead and select that. Now there's no laser on this particular build. We're going to go with the OPTIC. Is going to be, I believe it's the PBX Hollow 7 sight. So you can see here the camouflage is slightly changed to match the weapon. This is just your standard red dot sight. Essentially, it's a precision sight picture. The cons here being the ADS speed, since we're adding that extra weight to the weapon. Very similar to the EOTech holographic sight, just a slightly different sight picture on the weapon. So we'll go ahead and you can see the base versus the surgical. We're changing it from black to the tan color. So we'll go ahead and select that. Now for the stock for this weapon, you can see when I don't have it selected, it turns black, so it doesn't quite match up with the blueprint itself. But some options here we'll go over again. The XRK Axis is the one that comes with the blueprint, and this is going to assist with the ADS speed. The cons here being the aiming stability. So you can see the base is default versus the surgical. So we'll go ahead and select that. Now for the ammunition is the last one here. We're going to go ahead and do the 30-round magazine. So this is going to assist with the pros being the ADS speed, sprint to fire speed, movement speed, and reload quickness. The cons being, obviously, we're going from the 100-round C-Mag of the 5.56x45 to the 30-round magazine. So we'll go ahead and select that again. You can see the default is the plain black, the gilded, the Zeracol, and the surgical, which is what we'll select here. And those are all the attachments that come with this. I'm going to make one addition. That's going to be the underbarrel. I'm going to go ahead and throw on a Merc foregrip. This is my preferred attachment for the underbarrel for a lot of weapons right now, since it seems to be the best to control the recoil, right up there next to the Ranger grip. But since it is a shorter version of the weapon, being the G36KA4, so the K meaning short, so that's going to be the carbine variant of the G36. This will assist with the recoil control, so that vertical recoil and the hip fire accuracy. The cons here being the aim, walk, and movement speed, as well as the ADS speed. So we'll select that. Now that's the final version of this weapon. So you can see here, just some things to know is obviously we have the black magazine with what looks like the camo tape on the bottom of the magazine. We have those rubber bands, what looks like at base there, maybe for additional grip on the pistol grip. We obviously have the different colored upper receiver for the weapon, and it looks a little bit worn. So it looks a little bit worn and beat up, which is really nice to see. Actually, I do like that a lot on the weapon. It looks like it's actually been used. And then obviously for the buttstock there, we have just the color being changed to tan, as well as that same camouflage tape there. And then we have obviously the PBX4 OPTIC, which is also going from black to tan. Now this is the low visible carrying handle or Picatinny rail version of this weapon, which I'll go over in the video down below for the all G36 builds. We'll go into more detail on that. But again, you can see ambidextrous fire controls. We have the charging handle there on top, which again is completely ambidextrous as well. And just some things here before we jump into the gameplay. If you look at it compared to, I'll go ahead and I'll show you my preferred build for this. One thing that I noted is the XRK axis. If you deselect that for the base stock, it's going to be black, which goes okay with the weapon. It matches up with the lower receiver, but not the upper receiver. So one thing you can do if you have the Zeracol blueprint, which everybody should have if you bought into the Battle Pass last season, you have this blueprint for the stock for the FSS infantry, and that actually matches up really well with this weapon. That looks really nice as well. So those are a couple of your options there. So one thing I'll do is one of my my favorite preferred builds here, which I'll be doing in a Warzone video coming up, would basically the only changes I would make would be to this, and I'd throw maybe a tack laser or maybe even a compensator on there, and that's my preferred G36KA4 build of the weapon. So that's minor changes there. Throw that tack laser on, as well the 4x flip, mainly for aesthetic purpose. I think it looks really nice, and again, this handles really well. I'll be doing a Warzone video on this coming up shortly. But again, let's go ahead and swap this back to what it came with the blueprint. So we'll do that PBX Hollow 7, and then the stock, we want that XRK Axis blueprint there. We'll swap that out for the tack laser, and there is our final design for this weapon. So now we'll go ahead and jump into the gameplay here, and we'll start off with the recoil control. So you can see the recoil control is basically going to go up and to the right. If we do it at a close quarters test, you can see it's just going to go a slight deviation up and to the right, maybe 20 to 30 degrees to the right. And now if we back up a little bit, you can see it's going to be much more dramatic. It's going to go almost straight vertical and then take basically a 90-degree turn to the right, and then take basically a 30-degree turn to the right from there, vertical and up and to the right again. So a little bit different recoil pattern at range, just getting to be mindful of that. And again, with these attachments, especially with that Merc foregrip, you're able to keep pretty tight clusters at closer range. And then I'll show you here a little bit. I'll back up after we do the close range test and do it again at longer ranges just to see. And again, you're able to keep these clusters pretty tight. The downside of this with the Heckler 26 is that you only have the 30-round magazine available. So it's good for multiplayer. It can be a little bit tricky for Warzone. You just really need to be mindful. And you'll see here in the gameplay when I jump into this against bots, you'll see I run into that problem a little bit. Just having that 30-round magazine, if you're going up against multiple enemies, you could find yourself in some trouble. But let's go ahead now and jump into the gameplay. And again, I'm going to cover the gift card or the giveaway information right now as we start with the gameplay here. So I'll leave the descriptions down below for how to enter the giveaway. So what you need to do for that is just be subscribed to the channel and then check out the information down below. You just need to be subscribed and then comment on either of the two videos that I have listed there. It's going to be the M-Lock Vector video and or the Milsim operator video that we did. So comment on one of those with your console of choice, whether it's PlayStation 4, Xbox One, or PC, and then tell me some information about what you're liking about Season 4 so far, what you think could be improved, what you're looking forward to coming in the future, some wishes that you want to see for weapons, blueprints, etc. So really simple, you just got to be subscribed, comment on one of the two videos and or both that are in the description down below, being the Vector M-Lock video and the Milsim Operators for Season 4. So just lead off with your console of choice that you would want the gift card for, and then tell me something that you like or anything about Season 4 that you have on your mind. And then that's how you enter. I'll be going through those. I'll pick a winner at the end of the week. And again, the giveaway is going to be for a $30 gift card to your console of choice. So that could be PC, PlayStation, or Xbox. And please make sure you have PayPal if you're outside the US, because it could be a little bit difficult to get some of the PlayStation Plus cards or the Xbox cards, things like that. So PayPal may come in handy if you're outside of the US. But again, I'll be going through that and pick a winner probably Saturday or Sunday. So I'll keep you posted as videos throughout the week. So go ahead and do that. Again, you don't need to do both videos, but if you want to, go ahead. But it's either and or, one of the two. Doing both won't hurt. But I'll leave those details down below. Let me know if you guys have any questions on that. And back to the video again. You can see here with the G36 or the Heckler 26 turning it into the G36KA4. This again is the short version of the weapon. The K meaning short, and turning this into the carbine variant of the weapon, used by a lot of special forces for the German military, like the KSK, which would have been really cool to see. I'm sure that's coming down the road. Maybe that'll be a nice Allegiance Milsim operator, would be a KSK for Kruger. I think that'd be really nice. I believe in his description he actually did serve German military for a little bit in the special forces, so it'd be really nice to have a really good Milsim KSK uniform for him, and or just for the base operator for the Allegiance. We didn't get too many Allegiance Milsim operators this time around. We have quite a lot for the Coalition, so I'm hoping there's going to be more coming for the Allegiance. I know a lot of you guys had that feedback as well. I know there's going to be more coming in store, but again, you'll need to purchase those bundles directly versus having them unlocked through the battle stream. So we'll have to wait and see what comes down the line for that. I'm sure since there's quite a few Coalition operators now for the Milsim packs, they'll be focusing primarily on Allegiance down the road. So I'd like to see some KSK and some things like that. But again, the Polish Groom, very accurate depiction of the real-life counterpart. And the G36KA4, again, really nice looking weapon here. I believe the Polish Groom primarily used the 416 nowadays, but again, as the G36 is being phased out, the 416. Now, if any of you played Medal of Honor Warfighter, you'll remember Polish Groom from that game, and they had a really nice 416 build in that game, which I used quite a lot back on Medal of Honor Warfighter on the PS3. So if you guys haven't played that game and you're interested, check out some videos on YouTube. That game was way ahead of its time, and I think Modern Warfare here 2019 actually drew a lot from that game, especially when it comes to the gun bench. But that game was definitely way ahead of its time, and it's good to see Modern Warfare kind of incorporating some aspects of that game here. But again, the G36KA4, the K standing for short, is the carbine variant of the G36. So I'll link the video down below for all of the G36 builds, as well as the other videos that are part of the giveaways. Just check out the description down below for that. Now, let me know what you guys think of this. I think this is a really good blueprint overall. I like this blueprint. I like the old torn look of the weapon. And again, the G36 is good to have different blueprints for this. This really matches up a lot with the Gilded and the Croesus blueprint, giving us that low visibility Picatinny rail or the carrying handle on the weapon. which is nice to see. I do prefer this particular build or the blueprint of the weapon as well. And then it's also nice to see that tan and black mixed upper and lower receiver combo. I do like those mixed combos in the game, so it's good to see things like that. It'd be nice if we could change those colors of the upper lower receiver and things like that ourselves. We could choose those base camos, but again, maybe that's something that'll come down the road. But let me know down below what you guys think of this weapon. Again, very, very good looking gun. I think it handles really well. I'm gonna just leave you guys with the gameplay. Let me know what you guys think down below of this, what you want to see in Season 4. And again, be sure to enter the giveaway. You just need to be subscribed to the channel and follow the instructions down below to enter that. And I'll be picking a winner for a $30 gift card to your console of choice this weekend. Again, all the social media information is down below. So Instagram, Twitter is probably the best place to get a hold of me. We also have a link to the Discord down there as well. But again, we did reach 20,000 subscribers this week, which I wanted to hold off on any giveaways till we did that, as well as Season 4 launch, so it worked out perfectly. So I just want to have say a big thank you to all you guys for subscribing to the channel, and the support's really been great. I had a very small, not noticeable channel at all before this game came out, and I really started putting out content prior to this game last summer, and tried to do a video every single day, and it definitely paid off. So I'm very thankful we reached 20,000 subscribers, so big thank you to all of you, and this giveaway is one of my ways to give back. So I'll be picking anywhere from probably 3 to 4 winners of that, and I will announce that over the weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. So stay tuned to that. Be sure to get a hold of me on social media, any inquiries you have. Also join the Discord down below. We're going to be doing community events there coming up going forward. We have good discussions there. But I'm going to leave you guys with the gameplay. Let me know what you guys think of the JW GROM Milsim Operator Pack available in store, as well as the Surgical Blueprint for the Heckler 26, turning it into the G36KA4. So until next time, this is Buckner Gaming, out.